Hello, Isabel. Can you
Hello,
hear me?
Audrey.
Good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you? So
I'm
good
very
to
well, thank you.
fantastic. Hello, hello, everyone joining right now. Fantastic. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Oh, wow. How was your day?
Was very good, thank you. What about
Mm.
yours?
It was good. It was good. A bit restful today. I was preparing myself for today's live. So fantastic.
That is lovely.
Everyone, we have Isabel Da Silva with us today. We're so honored to have her on here. She is a phenomenal woman. We are so grateful that she has, decided to come on the Global Sororitas platform. So I'm just going to give you an introduction, a little bit of introduction to who Isabel is, and just have an understanding of a little bit of her journey, because I'm going to let her tell you her story and her journey. So we have Isabel. Oh, I can't hear you, somebody said.
I can hear.
Can you hear me? If you can't hear us, just let us know. Can everybody hear? All right, let's carry on. Maybe it's something to do with the person's network. Anyway, if you can't hear me, just put it in the inbox and just let us know. Anyway, I'll continue. So, yes, can you?
Can you hear? No. I can hear you, KG.
Yeah, okay, you can hear me. All right,
Yes.
okay, fantastic. So, all right, fantastic, great. So we have Isabel Da Silva, who is the founder of Women's Connect Network. And Women's Connect Network has about 400 members from diverse backgrounds. It is a networking platform that connects women from various walks of life. And she established Women Connect to bring women together through networking activities. And the organization is in the 6th year and continues to move forward. So Women's Connect Networking is about building relationships, creating a supportive environment for women to be supported by an extensive network of like-minded women. So this phenomenal woman has created a platform that is empowering almost 400 women altogether. Now, there's a story behind it. There's a story about her journey. There's a story about how she went from A to B. And I don't really want to go into the story myself. I want her to tell us her journey. So, Isabel, over to you. Let the people know how it all started.
Thank you so much, KG. It's such a pleasure and a privilege to be able to be here with you. Thank you so much for inviting me to Global Sororitas. It's a pleasure. Thank you. As KG said, my name is Isabel Da Silva. I'm the founder of Women Connect. Well, let's start from the beginning. I arrived in England in 2002, 19 years ago. And when I arrived in England, I could not speak the language. I knew 3 words: yes, no, please. Okay. And 2002 was the worst year of my life. 8th of January 2002 is the date that I will always remember. No matter what I do, no matter how many years go by, I still remember that day, the day that I arrived in England, all the expectations. My parents gave us 3 days notice. We lived in Portugal, Algarve, that we would be moving to England. They received this amazing job opportunity that comes with a house, an amazing job, and we would start all over. So of course, as parents, you want to do the best for your children.
Yeah.
They thought that was the best opportunity of their lives, creating a better life for their children and for themselves. Fantastic, all the way, very good. We arrive in England, a car picks us up from Heathrow Airport, take us 3.5 hour journey all the way to Norfolk. And of course, a strange land, you don't know where you go and you don't know who to trust, but this is the company that sends you these men to take you to that place. Fine, very well, so far so good. As we arrived at that place, the amazing house that we were expecting, there was no house. There was a camp with caravans. So there you are. This is your new place. To be honest with you, as we walked through that door, I cried. I wept. And I just look at my parents, were like, what is this? It's like we were being punished. And looking back now, as I remember my parents' face, I think they were in shock as much as we were. But first of all, that was not our choice. And where I come from, if your mom and dad say sit, you sit. If they say jump, you say how high. You do not question. You do as you're told. Moving forward, 2 days later, we all have to go and work in this factory. My sister couldn't work because she was only 15. But as soon as she was 16, she had to join us. Until now, I don't even think that was legal, to be honest with you. But you know what? It is well. It is what it is, and you just have to move on. So looking back, I was like, no, this is not for me. And for the first 3 months, I wept every night. But then got one time, I contacted my brother. I was like, you know what? This is not for us. And whatever is happening here is a mistake. And my brother was like, you know what? Mom and dad, they want to do what is best for you and for our sister. I said, okay. He said, you know what? I know you were in school, you wanted to do medicine, then you want to do business, but now you're in a foreign land. You don't know the language, but you can work. My brother was 9 years older than me, so his wisdom was way better than mine at the moment. I think my emotions were talking more than anything else. And he said, look, if you don't have brains to study, work hard, and one day you can still be somebody. Don't feel that this caravan, that defines you. If you have brains, you're going to go back and you're going to study as soon as you can. Listen, give time. If nothing gets better, let me know. I'm keeping the house. You can always come back. I said, you know what, God, you are good. I've got my brother. I still have someone behind me. Fine. We went back and I really tried. Do you know what? They put me to work on the onion side of things. I hated. I literally hated. My breathing was being affected. And one day I told my parents, that's it, I'm not going anymore. And they were like, what do you mean? I said, I'm not going to work in a factory. He said, okay, so what do you want to do from now on? We don't speak the language. We live in a caravan. What do you want? I said, first of all, we're going to get out of here. He said, okay, how are we going to do this? I said, all of us, we can work together and get out of this place to start with. I said, fine. August, we moved out. Okay, I know I was a bit mischievous getting a plan in place. I said, I'll work here till August. We get out of this place. They will see our pay slips. All of us working, we can pay the rent. Fantastic. We got out of the caravans. Step number 1. Step number 2, I'm stopped working. Okay, you moved us from a caravan, we're in a house. How are we going to pay the bills? That was the question my parents asked me. I said, I do not know, but I'm done with this now. Okay, fine. What is your plan? It's like the roles were reversed. My parents were starting to depend on what I was thinking and what should I do. Oh, my sister just joined us now.
Hello.
MJ, hello, darling. So this was August. So I stopped going to the onion factory because it was affecting my breathing. I went to the job center. Of course, I couldn't speak the language, could I? So it was a barrier over and over. So got to one point, I came back home and said, do you know what? I need to go back to work in a factory. So I signed up for a chocolate factory and I lasted a week. I did not like at all. It was so bad that I walked out without even being paid. I just had enough. And I went to a place that showed social services. And I was thinking that social service could be the same as it means in Portuguese. I walked in and I tried to explain to her what I wanted. And she said, you came to the wrong place. This is elderly place, social care for elderly people. And she was pointing out. I said, okay, thank you. But where? And she pointed out to me. I said, fine. Next day I went in, adult education, learning gateway. I spoke with the lady. I don't even know how she understood me, but until now, I thank God for God because it was his favor. She understood what I wanted and she said, you know what? You said you studied in Portugal. Bring me your qualification. I'll send to UCAS and they will see what it matches compared to England. I done that. I came back and she told me, you and your sister, you can do this course. We pay £50 a week. So I understood we have to pay her £50 per week to do the training. I went back home. I spoke with my parents. I said, look, what we'll do, we'll send sister. She does the course and I'll work so I can pay for her training. So both of us won't be too much with the shortfall with the money in the household. And my parents were like, okay, we can do that. And because we were just working out the budget, we won't be able to afford two of us without working and to help. The cost of living in England is huge, as you know.
Yes.
So I said, you know what? I was working out. I was upset as usual because I really wanted to go back and study. Factory life wasn't for me. And I went back to the lady and said, look, thank you so much for the opportunity. I really appreciate your help. At that time, I was mixing Portuguese and English. She was quite happy with that. And she said, no, we pay you £50 a week. And you and your sister can study. But because I was already 18, the time that I had was short. I think that was for 16 to 18. So I only had a few months that I could join that program. So I went back to my parents and I explained to them. They said, okay, both of you go and do the training then. That was it. I went in, I started learning. I had to buy myself a pictogram. I'm a visual learner.
Okay.
So as people were talking, I could go back, look at the Pictionary and trying to understand what they were saying. But one day, my mum took me to the butcher's. I think I told you that story. And she wanted to buy lamb. Do you know what? That was it for me. That was the most embarrassed moment of my life. And I didn't know how to say lamb, so I could buy what my mum wants me to buy. And my mum made me imitate how a lamb sound so they could understand what I want to say. And you know what they did? They laughed. I was so upset. I was so upset. And so bad that that point in time, I said, you know what? No one else will laugh at me when I want to say something as basic as lamb, chicken, just going to the butcher's. And that just stayed in my mind over and over and over. But then got to one point at Learning Gateway, they were asking, okay, what do you guys want to do? Because you haven't got long with us. You are 18 in January. Now September time, you're going to be moving on. So what do you want to do with your life? I explained to them in Portugal, I wanted to do medicine and then I changed. I want to do business. But here, my options are limited because I cannot speak the language. And Vanessa, bless her, she said, okay, what about nursing? You can do nursing, then you can become a nurse consultant, will be similar to medicine. I was like, okay. She took me to University of Norfolk and we went in. I had the open day, lovely. And what they did, they gave me like a map, what I need to do so I could join in university at some point. So I had to do entry 1, English and maths, and then go and do the access course, and then I would be able to go into university and then become a nurse. So I was like, okay, I can do this. I was so optimistic. And she was so happy that I was seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. I said, but if it's too much trouble, let me just do photography because I'm a visual and I love pictures. I can do something. She said, no, if you really want to do nursing, you're going to do it. And I looked at her, I was like, you're not getting my point. I can hardly speak. And she said, if you want to be a nurse, you will be a nurse. And I looked at her, and at that point in time, I just looked at her and I said, you know what? This woman has more faith in me than I have in myself. At that point in time, I wrote my plan in a piece of paper. I said, okay, what should we do next then? And she said, okay, I'm going to put you to work in a care home for free where you get your experience. I said, that's fine. But guess what? There was interview period, right?
Mm.
It was once again God's favor. The manager, she interviewed me. I was saying yes, no, yes, no. This was my interview.
Wow.
And she looked at me and she said, do you know what? I'll give you the chance. You come and work 2 hours every evening and you see how it goes, and then you can go to college and do what you want to do next. I said, fine. So I was doing my learning gateway. I was learning. I was doing my care job. I used to go help to bath the patient, the client, and help feeding them, how to feed them, all these. Do you know what? That was a big step. I was so grateful. I was learning how to do Excel, how to do IT. I was doing Learning Direct. I don't know if you were aware at that time was something.
Yes.
Yeah, I was doing Learning Direct. I was doing every single thing that I could to learn. So, and I knew myself that I learned by seeing things and by doing. So I was doing everything and I was super, super excited. Do you know what? I can do this. I'm going to be a nurse. But then when you think things are going well, when things are just get to that point, 14th of December 2002, we received a phone call from my brother's company to let us know he passed away.
Mm.
Mm. So that was a setback. I was like, do you know what?
Mm.
Mm.
You okay?
I'm good, I'm good. So at that point in time, the people from the course came, supported me, my sister, trying to encourage us, you know. And at that point in time, my brother was supporting us. So both me and my sister could be studying and doing things. I had to go back and ask the course leaders that, you know what, I can't continue doing free work. Thank you for the opportunity, but I have to leave because I actually have to go back to the factory where I know I can earn some money. And when I went back and I spoke with the care manager, she told me, do you know what? I like you. I'll give you part-time hours as you
Mm.
progress, as you learn the language and you learn the role. If possible, I'll give you full-time. I said,
Mm.
fine, thank you so much. As usual, I went back to tell her the reason why I couldn't stay. But she said, you know what? You blend in very nice. People like you. Everyone likes your approach. So don't worry. You stay here, we will pay you. And that was me.
Wow.
And I stayed there for 5 years
Wow.
in that role. She gave me full time a month later because as I was doing all the trainings, I was picking up the language. And what I was doing, I was not happy that I moved. For the first 6, 8 months, I was grumpy. I was denying that this is happening to me. But at that time, December, there was something that shifted. Do you know what? My safety net gone. I'm the middle child, you know. So now you are the eldest child, so you have to mature. You need to snap out of it. So you need to really step up. And this is how it went. So back in 2007, within 2005, I went to a local college with my sister as usual, asking to do the access course. Of course, my English was improving, but it was not as much as it is now. And the lady, bless her, she was so cold. But the time we went in, but the way she looked at us, even before I spoke, I could see through her body language that nothing would happen there. She looked at me and she said, "Don't worry, don't waste your time. Your English is not good enough. Go back and do whatever you've been doing. It's not going to happen. You cannot go to college because your writing, your speaking is not ever be good enough for it." I said, "Okay, thank you so much for your help." And I said to my sister, "Let's go." And as we walk out, I called another college. And my sister was like, "What is wrong with you? She just told you you're not good enough. Why would we waste our time going to another college?" I said, "Don't worry about her. I know what I'm capable of. This is just a phase." And she said, "Oh my goodness, you don't have wisdom, honestly." And my sister and I, we were just having a laugh. And behold, 2 days later, we got ourselves another interview. And she went with me, my sister, as usual. I always drag her with me. And when we went to this interview, the lady's approach was completely different. She put us in this room, just the two of us, and she looked at us. I was wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and trainers. I didn't know about interview etiquettes and techniques, the way you dress, and you should never bring someone along with you. You should go by yourself and everything. And she looked at me and she said, "Do you know this access course is very hard? Even English people, they struggle." And I said, "Don't worry, I'm still going to be working full time and I'm going to be doing the course part time. I can do this." And I'm like, I don't think she wants to hear that you're going to be still working full time and doing the course part time. And I just carried on. And she said, "Do you know what? Do you really want this?" I said, "Yes, I do, because I want to be a nurse and I really, really need this opportunity." And she said, "Okay, if you write me an essay, 500 words, why you want to join the course, and depending on your writing skills, I might let you stay. So I'll give you a conditional offer." I said, "Fine." As we went in, I sent my assignment 2 weeks later. I asked for help, my English teacher at the time, and she said, "Okay, write what you want, and I will check for you, and we can then reword and tweak along." And that's it. She saw my essay and she said, "Let me tell you, this is gonna be hard." I said, "That's fine. Don't worry about me. Just give me the place." And she said, "Okay, the place is yours." And 2005, I start the course. 2004, I start the course. I finished in 2006, and I wanted to apply for nursing. Out of 30 students, 8 people complete the access course.
Wow.
And I was amongst the one that end up with merit.
Fantastic.
So this was me. And then I managed to apply and start my nursing training in 2007. I qualified in 2010, my diploma. I couldn't afford the degree. And back in 2014, I then started my degree and I completed in 2017 my degree in nursing. So BSc Nursing Acute Care. So this is me as a
Wow.
nurse.
Fantastic.
Sorry, I
And
spoke so much.
no, you didn't. It's not, don't worry about it. It's so, that's the thing, because from point A to point B, there's a story, isn't it?
There is.
And the story and the journey is a journey that sometimes other people learn from it, other people are encouraged by it, other people are motivated by it. And as you spoke about your brother, I saw the emotions. I saw that that is still something that is still very deep and very close to your heart. And so I wanted to ask, now you know that you believed, other people believed in you, and that helped you to kind of believe in yourself. And now you started your nursing diploma. You passed it, fantastic. How did you move from that to now starting the Women's Network, Connect Network?
Well, in 2013, I gave birth to my beautiful daughter, my lovely Melissa. And as you know, a new mom, I had friends coming around, and one of the questions I was asked by these friends is that, oh, now that you're a mom, you should be a stay at home, look after your child, you know? And I was like, no, this is not me. And she was like, oh no, but the child needs you and this environment, this and that. I said, fine. And we were just talking about work-life balance. I was like, okay, that's fine. And when someone else talks to you, you take on board, you listen to their advice, right? But there was something in me that I was not settled. I was so disappointed. I was really cross with myself for some reason. And when she left, I talked to my husband and said, what are your expectations now that we have a baby? Do you expect me to stay at home and stay with this child 24/7, not going back to be what I always dreamed to be? He said, no, darling. If you want to be a nurse, go and be a nurse. If you want to be a full-time mom, stay a full-time mom. That's fine. Your choice. You do whatever you want. I'll support you. I said, you
Mm,
know, fine. And that made me think, 2014, I'm sure there are other women out there that are facing the same challenge as I am. And this is how I started the Desperate Housewives. So it was myself, my sister, and a group of two friends. As usual, my poor sister, she gets dragged into everything. And years later, we changed from Desperate to Fabulous Housewives. And 2018, I made Women Connect. I registered as a business, and I felt like, you know what? Back then in 2002, someone pushed me, someone believed me. I think it's time to give back as well. So this is why I believe that no matter what you're going through, when you have a supportive network, you can achieve so much. You need people to believe in you, people that know that you can do better and push you to your limits. So
mm,
this is how Women Connect was created. And now we are 400. I have amazing women, and I divided Mothers for Real, a group for moms, Women Connect Network, which is a free group for all women of various walks of life. And we have Women Connect in Business, which are business owners that come all the time and we network day on. And it's amazing. And the group, the way they support one another is just fantastic. And I couldn't ask any more of these ladies. And I have a team, and the team is great, honestly.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Now, tell me a little bit more about Women's Connect Network. If I'm a woman out there thinking, you know what, I want to be part of this, this sounds really good, I want to be part of this network, what benefits would you say they would get from being part of this network? What sort of things do you put together for these women? What sort of empowerment programs do you have? Just let us in into so that people can then listen and then go to the page, and then if they're interested they can join. Yes.
Fantastic. Do you know what, KJ? We're going to do something slightly different.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you what I think, and I have a few members of Women Connect watching this. So,
Okay.
ladies, I need your backup. Yasmin, Regina, Khadija, Mary, I need you to start typing what you gain from Women Connect. I know what I gain, but I
Mm,
want to know what do you gain. So, Women Connect will challenge you to come out of your comfort zone. Sometimes we ourselves are our worst enemies. The way we see ourselves, we don't feel confident, and Women Connect will take you out of that comfort zone that is stopping you for achieving the better version of yourself. When you join Women Connect, we have a tribe of women wanting you to be a better version of yourself. They'll be able to support you, they will check on you, and also they will do collaborative work with you. They will always be there for you as a single mom, as a woman, as a woman, a career woman, as a woman in business. And most of all, we always want you to be yourself. And we accept you for who you are. It doesn't matter which went wrong in your life. We know you have something special that the group can learn from you. And this is what makes us unique. We take you as you are. We don't want you to be perfect. We want you to be you. And this is why I say your stories, your failures, your success, you're going to empower someone next to you. You never know what that person is at that moment. And also, what we ask is for people to build relationships. We ask people to actually build that rapport and actually get to know one another. Because at the end of the day, I might not know all the answers, but I might know who knows. So this is what you gain in Women Connect. And as you can see, we have some members very happy typing your way. Thank
Yes.
you, ladies.
And I think you and I had this discussion that there are three there's the group for women mothers, and
Yes.
there's a group for anyone can join, membership, and there's a membership for businesses,
Yes.
where I think you and I had a conversation where you can collaborate. It's there's a spotlight on your business, so
Yes.
then it allows your business to grow as well within the group.
Yes,
And
indeed.
so, yeah, tell us more about that one. I know there's a subscription fee for that,
Yes.
where I think it's £30, I believe.
It is £30 every quarter. So
Right,
yearly membership is £100.
right.
And if you pay per month, would be work out about £10 if you pay. So it would be 120. But what
Okay.
we did, we changed now.
Mm-hmm.
We do £30 every 4 months, just
Okay.
for it is easier to manage that way.
Okay.
But as you join in Women Connect in Business, you are able to advertise on our website. You're able to advertise on our Facebook, on our Instagram. You can do lives. You literally can promote yourself. There is no stopping you. And sometimes, as even myself, some people are better at doing things than I am. So, KG, can you please go and do a live about my new lipstick? Okay, yeah, Isabel, I'm able to help you. And you work together as a team. And
Mm-hmm.
this is what is lovely. You know, we have women spread it all over the country. I see people from London going to Ipswich, Colchester, literally just to get to know the women from Women Connecting Business. And that is beautiful, honestly. It's such a reward feeling when you see the women in business working together to support one another. And as women, sometimes we can be very competitive, but so far I haven't seen this in Women Connect. It's a healthy competition. Everyone is trying to pull themselves up, but together.
Fantastic. And so, what is your vision moving forward for Women's Connect?
Do you know what? I'm a Christian, and the
Mm,
girls know.
mm,
And when I pray about Women Connect, what I hear is Women Connect is bigger than me and
mm.
you. Women Connect is going places. And I'm like, God, thank you. And this is the true answer. I can't tell you.
Mm.
That's it. And we started the Women Connect Portuguese version as well.
Fantastic.
So pre-COVID, we used to meet once a month on the hall here. But now we do 10 meetings per month. Even today, we just had our online prayer time. So
Mm.
any Christian ladies in the group, they have that first day of the month, first Saturday of the month, 40 minutes of prayer. We have a prayer team that literally 40 minutes intense prayer for every member of Women Connect in business, mothers or women that are looking. It's just an amazing thing happening right now. We are international and
Yes,
intentional. Yes, we are.
international and intentional. Yeah, fantastic. Oh
That's
wow,
it.
it's so good to have you on here. And I wanted to ask you one last question.
Yes, sorry. I just realized my eyes are red.
Oh, don't worry, I understand. It's okay. You're fine.
Thank you.
What I wanted to ask you is, I believe that we build our legacy daily. Daily, on a daily basis, we're building our legacy. So my question to you is, what is your legacy? What do you want people to remember you for?
I help people, even being a nurse, from ill-being to well-being, or supporting you to achieve your dream. I'm a helper. And when I die, I want people to remember me as the helper. And this is actually what I want to happen. And back in May 2021, when I had COVID, do you know, I asked myself this question. If I die right now, what is my legacy? What am I doing? And at that point, I changed. I was more intentional about Women Connect. I said, you know what? We are here. We need to leave a footprint. They need to see us as helpers, as leading women to be more than they think they are, to believe in themselves. So, in one word, helper. I hope this answers your question.
Yeah, fantastic, Isabel. I am so honored. Not just honored because you and I had a conversation before. I'm also very, how can I say it, appreciative for even allowing me to be part of Women's Network. I know I'm, I'm moving forward to that. So I thank you for coming up on here. If anybody has a question for Isabel, you can put it in the comment box while she's still with us, and she'll be able to answer your question. And then, yeah.
Keji, can I just say something?
Yes.
If anyone is going through what I've been through,
yes,
move to a different country and
yes,
finding yourself out of your depth, you know, give yourself time. Number one, accept the situation, because that was my problem. I was in denial. I was like, you know what, this is a bad dream. I'm going to wake up sometime soon. So accept the situation and literally plan. You know, I used to have this piece of paper. I used to write everything down. What I'm going to do tomorrow, literally break it down, and no final goal. Because every day, some days you don't want to do things, but because you know what you want, you will keep going. And there is a saying, motivation will let you down, but discipline won't. Be disciplined enough to know that if you do that thing every single day, there's going to be a light at the end of the tunnel. Where do I see myself in 5 years' time? Let me see. 5 years' time, I see myself going abroad and join the Red Cross. That was one of my dreams. Being a nurse, join the Red Cross, go around the world. So could be one of the things in 5 years' time, MJ, or could just be expand Women Connect to different parts of the world. We are in Portugal now. We might be taking other countries in Europe as well, which will be lovely. Thank you. KG, do you have any more questions for me? Let me see if I see anything else.
There's no more questions in there. That's it. We can end it here. But I just want to say I've really enjoyed this live, even listening to you. So Donna says, "Go girl," listening
Thank
to
you,
this
Donna.
live. Yeah, it's an eye opener as well. And I think it just shows you that your past doesn't define you. You're able to achieve anything you put your mind to it. And because we're women of faith, God is in control and He guides our steps all the way through. He'll bring people along the way that will, even the ones that doesn't allow, things to go through, or that woman that's decided that, okay, you know what, I don't, you don't speak English, go away. That was all part of the plan, and you went to the right place. So I'm a believer in even the ups and the downs. God is in everything. So I'm so grateful to have you here. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you all the members of Women Connect Network and all my followers on Global Sororitas. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, KG.
Bye-bye.
Girls, don't forget to follow Global Sororitas. So join the page and support as much as you can, because this is what we do in Women Connect. We support. So ladies, I want to see you clicking that button, okay? Thank you so much. Truly blessed, KG. Thank you so much. Thank
Bye-bye,
you.
everybody.
God bless. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, ladies, for joining.
Bye-bye.
Bye.